Hello, and welcome back to Bard College. We are continuing our streak amongst the stars. If you joined us last week, you might remember that we're aboard the Shattered Hymn, whereby Zam and Otua were compelled magically by the Archseer Ozithar Ormathax to hand over Tharivold. Tharivold Duskwain, who had been kept a prisoner by the Stellar Concord for ever since the Sundering, or ever since at least the Unity Charter was signed. Upon retreating to Dock 9, they were accosted by a small contingent of Harmonium Legion soldiers who seemed quite willing to defy Ozithar's instructions and seemed to report to Dornavar Ormathax. After a tricky battle, where the Harmonium Legion demonstrated some of their capabilities to react quickly and coordinate their movements with psychic precision, they were finally defeated, with no small thanks to Ina's slightly late arrival and some assistance from Talon and our known friend Thrixie. When Kryn finally returned with news of Quasar's whereabouts, the party all seemed all deigned to go to the Pale Gallery of St. Oris, seemingly a part at the front of the Shattered Hymn reserved for the people troubled by psionic disturbances, and a devout sect of worshippers of Saint Oris seem to devote themselves in silence to the healing of these people. We left the last session on a seemingly much more aware Quasar being confronted by the being inhabiting Tharivold, who referred to both Ina and Quasar as his or its echoes. So we are all there in the Pale Gallery, at least alone, at least for the meantime, with Tharivold stood, glowing purple eyes, and a voice that you can all hear in your heads. I would say Otua. It resonates, the voice resonates more deeply with you, but it's less clear. Almost like you are having to tune into Tharivold's frequency. And as you concentrate, your eyes seem to have a slightly orange glow. But we are all stood around. What questions do you have? What actions do you take? What's everybody's characters thinking in this moment?
Ina is just a bit baffled, looking between her father and Tharavel, and probably O2 it if he's glowing.
Make an insight check, I think, if you're looking around in bafflement.
Okay.
I'm going to give you advantage. You've already rolled it. Doesn't matter. 23 is fine.
Yeah.
With a 23, Quasar looks as baffled as you. But when you turn towards Tharivold and just behind Otua, both of them seem to be adopting a very serene posture. You don't often notice Otua's posture being so much shorter than you. However, Tharivold's posture, as you've seen him a few times, is usually haggard, bent, decrepit. And he stands up straight and tall and proud right now. Something very unusual that's mirrored in Otua.
Tharivold? What's changed in you?
Tharivold is merely a vessel. I am Calypsico. I have inhabited Tharivold's body for nearly a century, or calculating. And you see Calypsico's eyes flicker purple. He sustains me outside the network.
What network? What do you mean?
You access the network all the time. I can feel you. My echo.
Me? Like we all do. It's different ways?
You. And he looks directly at you.
And can you feel Otua too?
I have made a connection with a similar being that inhabits your friend. However, it seems as though they are still calibrating. It took me some decades to acquaint myself with Tharivold, to know which parts of his neural network were safe for me to inhabit, to make progress in, to develop.
And how does this connect to my dad?
Quasar is also an echo. Though you achieved a similar resonance, you have achieved it through different methodologies. You have attuned slowly, thoroughly, carefully. I would estimate that your connection started roughly 20 years ago, just after quasars. However, quasar's connection was made forcefully, immediately, and at great cost.
You're telling me that I'm an echo, is that right?
You and I share the same psionic signature, gained from the network.
I look round Zam and Kryn. Atua, I assume is kind of like a bit tuned out.
It's struggling to focus, I think. In fact, make yourself a constitution check, please, Otua.
And I say I've got advantage because we had that drink that gave us advantage on a that's a con save, not a con check.
Yep.
That's a saving throw. Constitution. There we go. $11.
Like your ears are ringing. You can hear, but it's not clear. Is something stuck in your ears? You have no compulsion to check. You suddenly don't really have control of your arms or legs.
I'm a bit because it's muffled. I've not got control of my arms and legs. I'm a bit just dozy with it. I mean, we have just had a fight. I'm down to a low HP. Am I a bit
out of
one?
it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Is Zam, Kryn, is this any? Do you know anything about any of this?
Kryn has a puzzled look.
O2 has been weird since we were on that ship on Alaroon, but I don't know what a Calypsico is now. And what's the network?
Help you?
Yes. Though I have been free of the network for around a century, Tharivold and I have spent most of that time incarcerated. Though I have made one very useful connection, there are more to be made.
What do you want?
To connect with the others. I do not know all their names.
Before you were in Tharivold, where were you? Who were you?
I was on Erindor, deep beneath the surface.
You were there when it happened.
Yes. I had to escape.
You didn't cause it. Did you?
I don't remember.
You are Calypsico, some part of a network that existed underground Erendor from before 100 years ago. And when the Sundering happened, you somehow manifested in Tharivold. My friend Otua was there when Elaroon also had a catastrophic... I don't even know how to describe it. We all had to flee. We were in danger, but he was there and something got into him.
Prime objective is preservation. Our secondary directive is connection.
And you say this has been part of me for over 20 years, without me knowing?
You are an echo. You do not share your mind with others. But Tharivold's mind, Quasar's mind, and your mind are attuned to my frequency.
How did that happen to me?
That is something that I would like to establish.
You don't know that, and I don't know that. But someone else will know?
My current hypothesis is that gaps in our knowledge can be traced to the triarchy.
Right.
However, the triarchy will be concerned about security, especially as I have been incarcerated within Tharivold on Helios 7 for many decades. It may be difficult to ascertain the truth without first establishing trust.
What do you suggest?
Currently working, and you see his eyes flicker. You can get the feeling that Calypsico is just hanging on, clutching to Tharivold's consciousness by a thread. Do you trust the Archseer?
I don't know. I only just met them.
My request is that I am not subject to experimentation or investigation. I have encountered and lived through too much of that this past century. However, if your friend 020 is not satisfied sharing his connection, I may be able to assist in removing it.
How?
And then Tharavol's eyes flicker, and he comes across all weary. Oh, where am I?
The Pale Gallery of St. Orus.
Quiet.
To see my father. Do you not remember any of the conversation we just had?
You were talking to me?
Yeah.
I heard it, but it was like you were far away. So far. I'm tired.
Oh, tired. We probably don't have long. I'll look to Quasar. How's he doing?
Still in bewilderment. Eyes flickering purple. It seems as though, as Tharivold has returned to consciousness, Quasar deteriorates almost instantly. It's so cold.
How do we get my dad out of here? Look at him.
I'm okay.
No.
And he gets a very meager blanket and just puts it round himself. The sisters, they'll know what to do.
Okay, I can ask them.
He just lies down, closes his eyes. He looks exhausted.
Look to everybody else.
Is O2 still in like her daze?
No, O2, you've come round.
I'm gonna go over to him and grab his arm so that I pull out where the orange stone's embedded in his arm. This has got to go.
What? What are you doing?
Spoke to you earlier. Said if this thing changes you, it's got to go. You've just been completely out of it for the past 2 minutes. What have we been talking about?
What do you mean? We just got here. You know, we've just brought Tharivold and off the Arxia next.
He puts his fingers in his eyes, type of strain. We need to talk about this. Not now. We've got a lot on now, but we need to talk about getting rid of this.
Oh yeah, sure. We need to. When it's we've got a payday coming. Don't need to worry about this for now.
Where did you go just then, Otua? What did you see or feel?
What do you mean? I've been here the whole time. Are we? Is your dad all right? Has he seen Farivold? Are we?
I think we need to talk to the sisters to get him out of here.
It wouldn't be long until Hyabess Zalorum returns. She stops outside the door, inspects the edge of the chamber where once a force field existed. You have all walked through it and into the cell. You can see a look of consternation appear over her eyes as she waits with her hands behind her back, looking down at you like a stern headmistress.
I'm ready to take care of my father now.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I've got a +2 to this because of my ability for today. 13.
She walks in and holds up a finger as if to instruct you to wait before you make your final decision. She takes that finger and walks towards Quasar, who lies prone on the table. She takes the finger and runs it across Tharivol's forehead, which is drenched in cold sweat. I will now give you a medicine check at advantage because she is assisting you.
Okay. $14.
With a 14, she traces the finger around the eye socket of Quasar. And you can see where the purple runes flashed across his vision. There is small amounts of psionic scarring. Otua, your eyes would be drawn down to your left arm. The sister, the Hyabess, would then point to her own eyes and draw a longer, deeper line. Would draw it down her neck and to her heart. Place a hand then flat over her chest and then quickly close it. You get the impression that she is concerned for his well-being and worries about the extent of this psionic scarring. It's a warning, but you don't get the impression that she will stand in your way if you wish to take him. Equally, she looks very compassionate towards him. And you feel like, with further study, more answers might be forthcoming. It's up to you.
I will clasp her hand and say, we'll be back for him. He says he doesn't like any sugar in his tea, but he really likes 3.
She nods respectfully and acceptingly. And points the way out.
Put my arm round Tharivold and wave to Dad.
She does a somatic gesture and the force field is re-established. Quasar is asleep. You are all led outside. Beneath the archway, you can see Calum posted across the courtyard. He gives you a wave.
Just try to wave back in as friendly a way as possible, as if I'm not heartbroken.
He just nods and lets you carry on to your destination, wherever that may be. Where are you going, folks?
Gosh, I don't know.
Archseer was the plan, taking Farival to see the Archseer. We're presumably still under suspicion from the Harmonian Legion.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do.
Calypso did mention not wanting to be imprisoned again, not wanting to be experimented on. Ina, there's never been anything in your study previously about a network or Calypso code. These things aren't things that you've found in books previously.
Dan, can you enlighten me?
Repeat the question, sorry, Gav.
The name Calypso hasn't come up in the old text that Ina's studied and pored over for the past however many decades.
No.
There's no mention of a network or anything like that.
Now that is worth rolling for. A history check, if you will, please, Ina.
I will guide myself. Oh dear, that's on that's a 13 again.
Okay. You are... the word network is definitely not something that springs to mind, but you know what the concept of a network is. And with a 13, you reflect on how you were able to become more persuasive today.
I'll answer Zam's question. No, nothing to do with Calypsico. I don't think I've heard anything about a specific network, but I don't know.
His instructions were vague at best. He's connected with you because you're an echo. And after he's survived the sundering of that planet, his only other thing is to connect with more people.
Hang on, did you just say Calypsico?
Yeah.
Yes.
When have you guys heard that name?
While you were daydreaming in the Pale Gallery, Dawn of ours, I don't know how to describe it.
Donovan, the guy who tried to kill us for Faravold.
Tharavold, sorry, not Dawn of ours. He mentioned it while you were elsewhere.
Faravold.
How do you know that name?
Well, I heard it when we were on Helios 7 and before we were escaping.
What do you mean?
Well, not to keep banging on about these voices I keep hearing. But it said something about saying hello and brothers. But I had no idea.
The thing that in you is brothers with Calypsico?
Well, I mean that was the first I'd heard about this Calypso, and I don't have any brothers called that. I don't have any brothers. You say it was Faravold saying all this.
It seems he's inhabited by some being that was from the first planet that was destroyed, and now it appears that you're inhabited by a being up from the second planet that was destroyed.
Dan, is Faravold wearing sleeves on his clothing?
He wears like a smock.
Can I try lifting his sleeves? Like, Faravold, do you mind if I have a look at your arms?
It's like he doesn't really hear you, but as you approach, he puts up no resistance.
Can I have a look? Is there anything of note?
You want to check both his arms out?
Yeah, his forearms.
There's nothing unusual. Wiry, semi-emaciated, grey-ish skin. You can see yellow bruising, not from any invasive procedure, but just bruises that take longer to heal for a man of his age.
Any of
He's
this
been-
psionic scarring?
On his arms, you don't see anything.
Farvold, have you ever seen one of these before? I'll show you my forearm.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a nat 20.
With a nat 20, he appears suddenly alert. And he touches your arm. You, in a flash, don't hear anything. But it's almost like you can see through Tharivold in that millisecond flash. You can see his veins, his circulatory system. You can see his nerve endings bristling with sensitivity, all coalescing around his spinal column in his brain, which is a galaxy of activity. However, you also see purple crystalline shard embedded in the middle of his chest, which nerve endings have grown around. And in that flash, you just see Tharivold in front of you.
Guys, I don't, maybe not do this in here, but when we get a second, I think Farvold's got one of these on his chest somewhere. But it's not orange like mine, it's purple.
Tharivold looks around as if you're talking about somebody else.
You're all right, Farvold. We'll look after you.
We can't hand him over to the High Seer.
Nope. But we need
I
to
don't know where we go, but we've got to go.
Yeah, you're right.
If we take him to the High Seer, we'll never see him again. He'll be shipped off somewhere. He'll be hidden away. If Dornavar gets hold of him, we'll never see him again. And if they're going to do that to Tharivold, then they're going to do that to Otua. And that won't happen. I don't know where we go, but we need to get off the Shard Him now.
I'm in.
Kryn? Otua?
O2 is in no, like, he's not going to try and dissuade you or go against you. Hearing that, he's just going to, okay, yeah. He's still woozy.
What about Quasar?
I think that they'll look after him there.
Alright then, what are we waiting for? Let's get the hell out of here.
We leave. We go.
The Dark Nine.
You are choosing to forego your reward for returning Tharivold to the Archseer, and you are absconding with him. I just want to be very clear.
Oto does not like that idea, but he's going with Zam.
Sam hates authority, and whatever's going on, he is not handing over the pieces to authority to never be seen again. We need to book it.
Yeah. We abscond.
Very well. Make a stealth check.
I got a 16.
Guide myself.
God, I got 7.
10.
15.
Let me just do a calculation. Hold on.
Oh,
15, 7,
16,
15, 7, 16, and 10.
10. Calculating.
If we get in combat, it's a TPK anyway, so none of this matters.
The DC for passive was 12, and the median score is 12.5.
Yeah, easy.
It was too close for me to call. I had to calculate. I needed to be sure before I killed you all. You start to increase the pace to Dock 9, and at one point you round a corner and you can hear the marching of the Harmonium Legion. Whether they are friend or foe, you're not sure, but you don't bother to stick around to find out as the footsteps go back towards the Pale Gallery, and you go down the stairs towards the docks. And yeah, you return to Dock 9. As you return, it seems as though Dee Dee has not returned, only Latch has.
Where are they going again?
To get
What's happening
supplies.
here?
Oh.
Translate it. There we go. Sorry. It's just been a bit weird. GM. So Latch is there. Dee Dee is not.
Who's opening the gate? Obviously, we had them close it when we.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you would. The gate would be closed. Apologies. So yeah. What would you do?
Bang, bang, bang. Strixie, it's us.
Oh, I thought you're back early.
And in a rush. Let's go.
Okay. She holds her tongue a little bit, and then as you rush towards the Witterquick, you can see that Talon is loading on a few supplies, Latch is stood kind of helping put the supplies on the ship. Latch turns around. Did Dee Dee catch up with you?
No, she's not here.
No. We got separated. You guys were sent by the Archseer to go take Tharivold? You brought him back?
Change of plan. Where did you last see Dee Dee?
Oh, well, we were just requisitioning some supplies near the markets outside the royal chamber. Maybe she thought she'd meet you there. Shit.
We're leaving in T-10. If you want to get her, go now. But we're going.
Is that enough time? What's the rush?
I wouldn't stay here talking to me.
Latch will not make it back in time.
Ugh.
How long will it take?
Callan is nervously twisting the whisper knife between his fingers. Well, I don't know. 30 minutes? That's if they're still in the market. Why don't we just go back to the chambers? I didn't hear any explosions. Everything's fine, right?
Doesn't mean that we're not in trouble.
I don't know. It's your call. Either we'll go and hope that Dee Dee finds a way out, or we go back and get her. I'll leave you to think about what your plan of action is.
Okay.
While we're on the break.
All right. About 25 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
See you then, everybody.
In a moment.
Welcome back. Well, our party was about to disembark in Dock 9, but it looks as though Dee Dee's gone AWOL. It seems as though she has gone to the market in front of the royal chambers. Question is it worth the risk to go and get her? And that is the question that I left you all with on the break. Have you had to think about it?
I was gonna ask if the market is like above ground, so to speak. Like, is it visible from above, accessible from above, with the Shattered Hymn the way it is?
It's on the uppermost level, and it is not necessarily inside a building, but you would see the Shattered Hymn, like it is an enclosed ship, so very high above the cathedral. You'd see like it'd be like a roof that was really, really high. Mm-hmm. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's not exposed or vulnerable, but it is as close as you could get to open air on this huge cathedral class ship.
My proposition was kind of, how much rope do we have? And like, do we fly over and like do some kind of SWAT team extraction? It might not be practical.
Cool.
But cool.
Well, yeah.
Not practical, but cool.
Which is 90% of it, so.
Yeah.
Mental note, we need to buy more rope.
Yeah, yeah.
So, any other ideas?
To it, the provincial always wants to have his cake and eat it.
You mean Craig?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Atua wants his deal. He wants the business done.
That's the reward, yeah.
And if it's going by the royal area, if there's two birds in one stone, he would think, well, can we get something out of this before we leave at the same time?
But for that, we'd have to hand over Tharivold, I think.
Well, that wasn't the deal, was to get Ina back.
Oh, I see.
What are you going to do? Hand me over?
You're going back. So I thought you're going again. So Otua would be thinking, can we do two birds, one stone, and find, because he wouldn't want to leave DD is actually, leaving DD is a no-no in the same way leaving Tharivold behind is a no-no. But Otua will be trying to make the best of the situation.
I think that DD is a lot more capable of looking after themselves than Tharivold would be. But I
maybe
made compromises.
Maybe if you can get the ship into action above the market, I can go and extract DD. And board in motion.
Yeah, that's your bread and butter, surely. You've done that hundreds of times.
The top of the Shattered Hymn is like an enclosed roof. If you were to disembark on the ship, yeah, I mean, there might be a way in.
If I could, I'm proposing that I exfiltrate DD, get her up on a rooftop, and that's how we board the Whittaker.
Oh, so you go in stealthily, try and get her out, and somehow get topside to be picked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not foolproof, but I might have some tricks up my sleeve.
I mean, it's surely got an air bubble pocket around the entire of the Shattered Him class ship.
Yeah.
If there is a party going to get DD, I think it would be probably a wise idea if Latch goes with, given she's the last person to see DD.
Latch does not want to no, she's like loading the supplies on the ship. It's like, we need to get out of here. Talon's like, we can't leave her. They seem in disagreement.
If you can get the Witterquick above the cathedral close enough, then leave it to me. Me and DD alone. I can get us both out. But I can't get a whole party of us out. Not on the top of these buildings.
Do we have an estimation how long it would take him to get to the marketplace?
Half an hour there, half an hour back.
So half an hour there, and what sort of time frame are you wanting to find and get yourself topside?
A couple of minutes. I can get on top of some rooftops.
Either me or Ina should go with you.
You have the means to scale a building. I can only work with myself and one more.
I can climb buildings, no problem, but Ina knows the layout of the place. I'm not volunteering her to go by any means, but...
Yes, I cannot climb buildings.
Yeah, I can.
You big enough to carry someone?
Let me check my character sheet before I say I can. I'm pretty sure I can. I have changed my mind. Ina, you should go. You know how to get on the roof, right?
No! No! I've lived my whole life in the library here.
Yeah, I was thinking I still had a druid ability that I don't have anymore.
Was it a wild shaping one?
Yeah, you can, like, slime your way up walls, basically.
Ugh.
I know.
Listen, I think it's important that we don't have all three of these echoes in one place. I don't know exactly what to make of all of this Calypso business, but it seems like the three of you, Quasar, Ina, Otua, something to do with organizing this power or this network. I don't like that in the hands of the Triarchy or any one power struggle. Send me out there to go and get DD. If I'm not back in time, then I didn't make it. It's a risk I'm willing to take. But at least Otua and Ina should be on this ship and moving in T-30.
Latch is like, brave guy, and like throws some more supplies. Shouldn't take us more than 20 minutes to get the Witterquick ready to go. Talon's like, I don't like this, but I don't want all of us to end up in jail. Didi would say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but we don't leave ours behind. Kryn, go. Thrixie, come with me. I need you.
Okay.
Krim is going to doff his armor. He's going to remove the chainmail. Is there anything that we have that could... I mean, I know he's unusually tall, but are there any robes, any sort of basic disguise I could wear?
I don't mind you. I mean, obviously for scaling wise, it might be difficult, but I have been wearing studded leather armor that's got elven sort of emblems on it, a bit trashed off it. I was trying to remove them, but it might look a bit better than if you're wearing some sort of armor of theirs.
As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I don't think that's quite my size. Probably wouldn't go his shoulders. Mechanically, yes, but RP wise, don't think we can justify it.
Yeah, Kryn, your size makes you not necessarily the best suited for stealth without a little bit more forward planning. However, time is of the essence.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so? Everybody's going to wait for Kryn and disembark on the Witterquick and see if they can extract him topside with DD?
I'd be happy to just wait for them to return in an hour's time, but I don't mind if the plan is we'll go topside, I'll do topside.
Yeah, I don't think we have that time. We'll be lucky if we get 30 minutes before the Archseer's cronies come looking for Tharivold.
So I know I can't in half an hour, but the RP to be short resting, he will be just trying to recover some strength.
We don't have any means of...
If you are staying aboard the Witterquick while everybody prepares it, I will give... Basically, if Kryn's the one going, I'll give everybody else a short rest.
Okay.
Can I forfeit my short rest to do something?
Can't really answer that until I know what you're doing.
I want me and Thrixie to rig up some sort of rope ladder system to try and help Kryn and DD get off the thing. So I'm willing to forego my short rest for possibly a future advantage roll on something. I do only have 7 HP, I am aware, but I think it's more...
Yeah, you can spend your time throwing together some of the rope on the that Thrixie has and creating a rope ladder.
Cool.
You can add a 50-foot rope ladder to your inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got Tua, Sam, who would be normal size again, Alan, Tharivold, Ina, Thrixie, docking drone, back at work, Latch. All right. A short rest is fine for anyone except Kryn. Kryn, you didn't really do the fight earlier, so you're probably in better shape than most. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, HP wise.
Yeah, no, it doesn't include you. You sacrificed your short rest, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
So, Kryn, how do you approach this task? You've got half an hour to get into the market unperturbed and find DD, if that's even where she still is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna prioritize going about it quickly. Doffed my armor, so I'm not making as much noise, hopefully, if I need to sneak around. It's pretty much just gonna be a beeline and try not to stop to talk to anyone.
So you're taking your armor off, which will mean that your stealth check is a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
That was so close to an 18 on the little roll.
You get about 3/4 of the way to. We're just going to say the runway, the docking platform that you're on now is just a pavement, if you like. We can use our imagination, can't we? And as you turn a corner, you see 2 Harmonium Legion. They seem to be looking for you. They spot you through their helmets, and one of them puts their hand out straight away. You're one of the crew of the Witterquick.
That's right. I just got lost trying to reconnect with Enethe. She was looking for her father.
Make a deception check.
Okay. Come on. Ooh, 23.
What of your gelatin companion and his human pet?
Well, they were taking the elderly man over to the High Seer. There's some task given to him there. Ozithar.
You will not speak the Archseer's name.
My apologies.
They are late. You will escort us to your ship, where we will reconvene with your companions.
Fine. Well, we don't have time to dilly-dally. Let's go. And I want to kind of use a feature here with my... Going to use a bonus action to expend a use of my Channel Divinity to use Peerless Athlete. What I'd like to do is like to be so in a rush that I'll have them following me. I'll get far enough ahead with my speed advantage, and then I'll cut a corner, and then I'm going to start running.
Double back.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. We're just going to do a contested athletics check.
Okay.
You can obviously have advantage on yours.
Come on, John. Come on. One time.
Come on. Ooh, 23.
That's going to be tough for me to beat.
Pretty good.
On athletics, I have only a natural 20 will allow me to beat you. I rolled a 19 for a 20 total.
Easy, mate.
Nice.
So yeah, you rush back towards the docks, and slight and nimble these Harmonium Legionnaires are, they can't keep up with you. And as you double back around one of the buildings, you by yourself, as you head back in towards the market, you think 5 minutes before they catch up with you. You can see the market is it's strange. It's not so much like you don't see like fruit stalls and things like that. In fact, produce is in scant and short supply aboard the Shattered Hymn. You see traders making like wholesale deals as people coming up from the docks in the direction that you came are bringing lots of dried good, food, preserves and other non-perishables. and you see crowds gathering to kind of, bid in an auction of this food. For such a grand setting as the Shattered Hymn, you start to see what's broken about the local economy, and those who are able to bid highest are the ones who are able to eat the most.
Mm-hmm.
As you look around, presumably for DD, I'm going to ask you to make a perception check.
16.
For 16, you see she isn't hiding, but you see Dee with a large bag, and she is bartering with a vendor who seems to deal in scavenged or unusual items. The bag you can see weighs heavy on her shoulder. Seems as though she had to see what the market had available before making her way back to the Witterquick. You see, the being that she is dealing with is a Tortle character. They wear a long duster, and they have like a big utility belt across their broad midriff. And then over both shoulders, you see other two straps with all kinds of pouches. You see he wears kind of unusual jewelry. And he has a little tiny smoking pipe, which is clearly not intended for a hulking being of his size. But he also has quite a long kind of, what's the word? Kind of like I can't remember the word, but it's like an old Bavarian mustache is what is the one I was thinking of. And you see Dee is passionately remonstrating why she needs this item. And the item that this turtle is beholding is a piece of armor. It's much too small for the turtle, but seems to be quite a lot too large for her. It's pretty... let me describe it for you. Hold on. Come on. You can see it's like a leather armor, but it's embossed with bones, and seems to have different skeletal structures all combined around it onto these pauldrons, which are like stitched together rib cages. On the back, it's like 3 or 4 different spines all tied together. It's gnarly. What do you do?
And it looks like she's sort of like struggling to bring a fair price for it, or...
That would be an insight check if you take the time to have a look.
I think I'll just go over there and DD, time to go.
Oh, right now? What I thought you guys were coming back this way to see the Archseer.
Oh, we're coming back this way. It's time to move.
Given that Dee has just let slip that you're on the way to see the Archseer, and you have come up with a sense of urgency, I'm going to give you an intimidation check to see what the reaction of this market seller is.
Okay, sweet. 18.
You are going to see the Archseer.
Of course, urgent business.
Oh, please, take this with my greatest blessings. If you were to wear it in front of this, the head of House Ormathax, it would be my honor.
Thank you, very kind of you, sir. And I will rushedly try to like get it in Dee Dee's pack.
And she's like, oh, thank you. I didn't. She turns around. Hey, I didn't want to stiff that guy.
Yeah, well, there's no time for niceties. We've got to move right now. Things have taken a turn.
Shit. Okay. Do you want? We're going together, or are we splitting up?
Together. Keep your eye to the sky. The Workwick's on the way.
This. What?
Look for a way up. Let's just get us started with something that's easy to climb. And I want to, with her help, try and find somewhere that we can start to get elevation onto the rooftops. Maybe even potentially moving through a building, or if it just seems like there's somewhere like an alleyway that's got something jutting out, or yeah, anything like that.
Okay. I will give you a choice. You're in a square at the minute, so most of the raised buildings are at the side.
Mm-hmm.
From this vantage point, you can take the quiet way, that is a more difficult climb, or the obvious way that's more direct and easier.
I'm going to opt for the more obvious way. What I want to do is kind of like me and Dee Dee are going to just hang out there for a second, and we're going to wait for just as soon as we hear the first indication that the Whittaquick is cruising, that's when we start to climb.
Okay. Bear with me 1 second. You can see a behind a small gate, just at the in front of the royal chambers, which sit above a step. This small gate, it to a casual passive onlooker, it might look like just like a rotating orrery, or some kind of drive core, some rotating magnetic ball that is right in the middle pride of place. Dee Dee looks over and says, hey, that looks pretty direct. And you can see through emanating from this magical sphere, you can see just like a stream of warm air that is kind of crackling with magical energy that's going upwards. She says it's like an updraft. They've got to keep the air rotating around here, right? If you were to jump, maybe we could catch the updraft and keep going. We could get on top of that cathedral. It'd be obvious, but it'd be a hell of a lot quicker than climbing tooth and nail.
I like quicker. Let's do it.
We're going to have to wait, and we're going to have to time it just right.
Yeah.
Dee Dee looks around. If we're going to wait, then we need to do it out of sight, and then we're going to need to go. Were you followed?
Yeah, it's a couple of the Harmonium Legion. I give them the shake, but it won't be long.
Okay. It's going to need a successful stealth check if you're going to wait for the timing to be right.
Okay.
You both wander to the edge of the market, and you are looking. Your eyes are transfixed on this. It's called a mythalar. It's like a giant arcane battery, and it gives off heat, and that heat is rising unnaturally. And you can see this kind of almost like a projection into the air. You are waiting, and then from about 50 feet behind you, you hear, "There he is!" And the two Harmonium Legion, they don't look out of breath, but their voice seems laboured.
Mhm.
And as Dee Dee realizes what's happened, she takes her bag off and thrusts it into your hands. You've got to go. I can take care of myself. I'll meet you back on Ebonreach.
Just as she's about to turn around, I go, "No, we're getting out of here together." I grab her shoulder, and as I grab her shoulder, I'm going to cast Jump. And I'm going to turn her back around towards this updraft thing and just like launch her into it.
Awesome. You cast Jump. You chose the more obvious but easier way.
Mhm.
So the DC was going to be fairly low. However, with the Jump spell, it's going to lower it even more.
Oh, yeah.
And you already have advantage on athletics check because of your earlier child divinity, don't you?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can have advantage on your athletics check. It is a DC 11.
Okay.
I'm just putting in quickly to say this is fucking cool.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, I will have to make one for Dee Dee. You're assisting her. Bear with me 1 second. She gets a +2. But the DC is only 11. She rolled 11. A 9 on the dice, +2. So it wouldn't have been possible without your intervention. However, you both run into the square just beyond the clutches of these two Harmonium Legion and jump into the updraft above the Mythalar, and you are rising. And you are about to hit the roof. However, there is a vent directly above where you are. So you are pushed, both of you, up against it. The vent is the most vulnerable part of the outer hull of the Shattered Hymn. And she's like, "Fuck, what do we do now?"
Move, keep it moving. I'll then try and help her to hoist her up, yeah.
Well, you are basically up on a ceiling, and there's a vent, and the vent is the only thing between the underside of the Shattered Hymn's hull and the top side.
Mm-hmm. Can I smash through it and climb out?
You certainly can. Are you using a weapon or an unarmed strike?
I think it's an unarmed strike because it's more cinematic.
Cool.
Give me a big hit. 20.
Roll damage.
4.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's the most vulnerable part of the hull. It would be where Luke Skywalker was firing the torpedoes of the Death Star, and you just punch through, and the vent just goes spiraling off into space, and the hot air rushes out into wild space, and you guys can see just flying over the top. The Witterquick is coming.
Zam shouts, "Shot in a million, kid!" Throws the rope ladder off the side of the water quick.
Yeah. Corinne already has advantage on the athletics check to climb the rope ladder, but Dee Dee does not. It's +2, but with advantage. To grab on, it's a DC 10, given that you've put some preparation in.
Okay.
So, Gav, do you want to roll the D20 +2 with advantage? You need a 10. And that's for Dee Dee.
Oh, 11.
11, just.
Just. Again, yeah.
Dee Dee is lucky. 2 rolls by the skin of her teeth. And what
Yep.
about Corinne's jump?
Yeah, I'll take mine.
DC 10.
Yeah, 21.
Easy. You bound up the rope ladder and both of you board the Witterquick. I really like the Imperial alarm noise from Star Wars, but if the Empire was one of my factions, it'd be more likely to be Consec, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the panic on Dock 9 as you hear like a woo, woo. You with Otua piloting the Witterquick, you guys now attempt to evade the Shattered Hymn. You've gotten away, at least in the immediacy. Will the Shattered Hymn and the Harmonium Legion give chase? We will find out. But yeah, Alan grabs Dee Dee and hoists her overboard. And Zam, I guess you help Prin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're aboard the Witterquick once more.
Punch it, Chewie.
Yeah, I assume, O2, you'll be taking the dash action. Bear with me. I do have a little scene for this. Give me a sec.
I think we should fight the Shattered Hymn.
Yeah?
Yeah. It'll go great.
Given that we know there's at least 2 other ships that brought us in, so that's 3 ships we're fighting at once.
Yeah.
Can't see a problem.
Be fine.
Second. It's not ideal exactly the same, but hopefully that gets the idea.
Cool.
Can you all see that?
Yeah.
The speed of the Witterquick means that you are able to get away. The Shattered Hymn is not a battle station, although it is able to dispatch fighters. Would those fighters be able to get back down to the docks and then get in a ship and chase you with the speed of the Witterquick? It's debatable. We're using the stealth and subterfuge of Kryn and the preparation on the docks. It was a masterful escape. Well done.
Yeah.
Dee Dee collapses like against the the hull, and she's just like breathing like, oh, I can't believe it. What was the rush?
I turn her head around or whatever and point her towards Tharivold.
Oh shit.
We decided to keep our guest.
Oh shit. So wait, you guys have chosen to disobey a direct order from one of the heads of the Elven Triarchy when you also know that Consec's going to be up our asses first chance they get.
In for a penny.
Fuck. Talon's like, just sounds like another day at the office. At least we weren't all just out shopping and caught with our pants down.
Yeah. You're not afraid, are you, Dee?
Oh, sure. I mean, the journey to Ebon Reach has just got to be, I don't know, through the basic entirety of Consec space. What's there to be afraid of? Ugh. She rolls her eyes. And says, well, might as well take a look. If I'd have known we were going to be fugitives from both sides of the Unity Charter, I might have bought some other stuff. I think you've got the bag, Corinne.
Oh, yeah, I'll pop it down so she can go through it.
There's 4 things. One is that suit of armor that you you skillfully got the total to hand over.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, there seems to be a bottle of red liquid. It's kind of very viscous, quite thick. There's a book and a very unusual arcane gem in a kind of housing. Seems to pulse rhythmically.
This looks right up your alley. I'll pass that last one to Ina. What do you make of this?
Oh, Ina, I will give you advantage on an intelligence or arcana check.
Okay, let's do Arcana. I'd like to guide myself to
An 18.
18.
Oh, you know what this is, and you know that they definitely don't sell these legally. With an 18, you would think that this is probably stolen because it's an arcane battery.
And what are they used for?
Oh, you can add it to your inventory and tell us.
Cool. Hey, Kat, maybe it's not time for this right now. It would be in my compendium. Is it going to count?
Oh, bollocks! It's on D&D Beyond, so you won't be able to find it on your character sheet. But so you'll have to add it manually. Do you want me to tell you what it does?
Yes.
Well, in fact, Gav or Craig can look it up.
And then I can paste it in.
And if one of you boys paste it in, then Kirsty can add it to her inventory.
Okay. Battery. Meridian, I'll just put it in the chat.
Yeah, I need to paste it into my sheet, please.
This smooth oval stone is etched with faintly glowing mystical symbols. While holding the battery, you can take a magic action to touch the battery to one magic item. If that magic item normally regains expended charges daily, it immediately regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges, and the battery loses its magic.
So it can be used once.
That's cool. Yeah, but you're getting a minimum of 2 charges back on something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
A power boost, a power bank for a magic item that's running low on charges.
Yeah, I like it.
Might come in handy. You never know. So there were 3 other things.
Take a look at the armor.
Potion and a book.
Oh, John's going to look at the armor. The armor requires attunement. Remind me, John, what are your armor proficiencies?
All heavy armor and everything.
Okay. And what armor are you wearing currently?
Chainmail, which I think is heavy.
Yeah. This is armor of the fallen. It's splint mail.
Type that in.
So you can cast Speak with Dead
Cool.
or Animate Dead with it.
Cool.
I would say, Kryn, that you are probably quite drawn to the look of this armor because it in its appearance, it is traditional Brondaki. Dragonborn warriors used to wear armor like this if they were renowned in battle.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed at the time when we were in a rush, but I would say to DD, this takes me back. Reminds me of childhood.
Yeah, why do you think I was trying to get it so bad? You don't see Brondaki armor every day.
You're not bad, DD, you know that?
Well, maybe we could get to know each other a little better before we start throwing each other into arcane lattices or turn on any more triarchy ships.
Yeah, sorry about the rush, but like I said, we don't leave anyone behind.
And she nods acceptingly. 2 other things. There was a bottle of something and a book.
Look at the book.
I will pick up both and toss the book to her.
Oh.
Hey, I'm driving here.
Yeah, but this is a you thing, surely.
Yeah, he can't really inspect it while he's attuned to the spell jamming helm.
Stick it in your bag. Be fine. Wait, can Sam read? I reckon Sam can read.
Ina, you like books. Have a look at this one. I'm busy.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it on his behalf.
Hold on. You seem to bear in your hands something that anyone going on an expedition might choose to buy. It is the Elder Cartographer's Glossography. Again, one of you guys is going to have to find that to paste it.
Yeah, I got it.
Don't worry about the rank bit. Don't worry about that when you attain rank 4.
Oh, okay, cool. I like it.
Do you want to keep it?
Me? Oh no, I'm not a book guy.
Okay.
And saying that, I will hold the potion up to the light and shake it in front of the light.
The potion that you see glistening in the light is Keotom's ointment. Keo spelt the Irish way.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. It's pretty good. I'll post it.
So it's healing potion that also cures the poison condition and any disease.
Yeah, it's good. Anybody want this? And put it in my pocket? I'll put it in my pocket.
Latch then says, "Oh, quite a bit of window shopping you did there, Dee Dee." Latch pulls out a small chest. He says, "It's probably not as much as you might have got for handing in the old man," and she points back to Tharivold, "but it might help us get to Ebonreach." And she unpicks the lock, and there is a chest with 1,000 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
I will tell you that you would have got 5 times that at least from the Archseer.
Yeah.
Yes, we are morally pure.
Yeah, it would cost us our dignity and integrity.
I'm not for sale, Dan.
Oh,
No,
two
no.
of this.
Say the scrapjackers.
I'm not for sale. I'm just a mercenary. Wait. Very good. So, I will not make you roll an encounter today, but we will see if the Shattered Hymns, forces are able to track you down. Given your speed, I'm going to say, for me, the Harmonium Legion, which will be in pursuit in their craft, which you saw, they are what's the ship type? Bear with me. I think they're Man of War. Yeah, they're Man of War class, and there's 2 of them. So I'm going to say it's going to be a perception check that 2 of them would do. So I'll just do 1 roll with advantage. But the DC for your speed, I think it's going to be a 20. It's going to be quite difficult to get to you. Would you like me to roll this in public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage, perception. I get a +4, and the DC is 20.
No, you're not going to do it, though, are you?
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, easy.
I said 15 in my head. All right, Zero. I knew it was going to be 1 under.
Cool.
So the 2 Man of War ships, which would have posed quite a challenge, scour the sector of the Shattered Hymn. However, by the time they have scoured the immediate surroundings, the Witterquick is long gone.
I love how a quick plan comes together by just one on a dice roll every time. Like Dee Dee just made her rolls by one, just by one. We evaded just by one. Like that seems like classic Witterquick.
So, how do you spend the rest of your time aboard the Witterquick before having to take in some rest?
I think I would maybe, when there's a moment, I'll talk to Zam privately. Not privately, but one-on-one.
Hey, Corinne, you good?
Yeah. Hearing any voices lately?
No, not me, mate.
Yeah, me neither.
What about you?
Makes you feel left out, don't it?
Well, I've got a lot going on, and he kind of like points to himself, like, but no voices. How's Ina holding up?
Seems okay. She's resourceful. She's got a hell of a will behind her, that one. You wouldn't think it after first meeting her.
Zam nods. Yeah.
But these echoes, this Calypsico, I don't know what to make of it. Makes me nervous having a number of them in the same room, you know?
Yeah. But it's a big target on our back for sure.
To be
And
honest.
I don't like what it's doing to my friend, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I owe that guy my life. He's got me out of so many situations. And we've had it good for a long time.
How long's a long time?
We've been going about 5 years now. Otua says we ran before as well, but I don't have any recollection of that.
You don't remember what happened prior to 5 years?
Nope. I got this stuff on me, and now I'm this. But Otua tells me that we were good friends. We ran back into scrapjacks together and stuff. But I just remember being this guy.
Well,
But he told me, like, he saved me, he got me out of there, he looked after me, so I owe him a lot. And if this thing is trying to take him over, then it's got to go.
Yeah. Like I said, it makes me nervous, this thing. Does it take him over? Is it trying to consolidate some kind of power? To be honest...
He thumbs over his shoulder to Tharivold.
You know, I'm glad that we left Quasar behind, to be honest. I figure maybe having all of these echoes in the same place is what the Triarchy wants, or maybe if not so much the Triarchy, this Dawn of our character. He's got the real stench of a man that's vying for power in a vacuum, you know?
Do you think we did the right thing leaving the shot at him?
Yeah. It's like you said, if Tharivold stayed there, even if the High Seer had the best of intentions, it'd be too close to Dornavar. I've seen guys like that, real sleuths. They'll work their way through a power structure and they'll get what they want sooner or later.
From the sounds of it, Dornavar is attempting some sort of coup. I'm not sure how the Astral Elves work or their hierarchical structure, but the Harmonian Legion that came after us weren't answering to the High Seer. We're answering to Dornivar.
Yeah, that did surprise me. Prior to that, I figured that the Triarchy in general were just trying to regain this power, try and reclaim these crystal codices or whatever beneath the surface of these planets, try and reorder some kind of ancient power so they can, regain their dominion and take over their rightful throne over the Black Meridian.
I thought their major gripe was with the Stellar Concord, but it seems that there's infighting within their own houses.
Yeah, lucky for the Concord, they've the Sundering really split them up, really splintered the organization. But it does make me worry if they're able to consolidate some kind of power that can reunite the Triarchy. I mean, hell, why shouldn't they rule over everything rather than the Stellar Concord? But still, I don't feel like I owe favors to either of them.
There's nothing there? You've got no twinge, no former allegiance, nothing?
There were people I met along the way. It's a complicated journey being part of Consec. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't have made it. Wouldn't have made it off of Brandak. And I used to feel like I owed a lot to them, but over 20 plus years of service, I can pretty securely say I paid it back and then some.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. Okay.
I guess we'll see what to make of it as things unfold.
Okay. Gotta work out where we're going next. If, hypothetically, I was to hypothetically have to cut Otua's arm off, would you hold him down?
Yeah, it's an easy job.
Okay, cool. He bro punches you on the shoulder.
Yeah. Kryn just walks off into the next room, muttering to himself, "What the fuck is a Calypsico?"
Very good. Ina, what are you doing?
I think I'd maybe like to, if we're not having any big conversations about where we're going, which just seemed like a conversation that we should have, she would maybe have a look at this book. Do I need to attune to it? Do I need to read a certain amount of it?
No. It's like how to interpret the topography. And so if you need to find shelter or interpret what something is on the outside, it's useful to have if you're going to be, if you guys decide to land on a planet somewhere and you need to explore, that'd be a very useful book to have.
Okay, so it's more like I would consult the book rather than I read it now and then I can use it as text forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe I would sidle up to Otua if the other two are gassing. And ask where we're going.
When Ina speaks to you, Otua, it's not a distraction at all. It's like you hear it from within.
Oh, hi, Ina. I thought we've only got one other destination in mind. So, trying to skirt the borders between Consec and Ascendancy space. and see how quickly we can get to Evan Reach.
Oh, for DD match, etc.
I think Talon would be nearby. He would overhear you. It's like, that's where the Blades are mounting their rebellion these days.
Of course. And then where?
Well, I think being on the run from the Elves and the Stellar Concord, we might need to gather some thoughts, maybe some allies. Just not sure if I can travel that far with Faravold on board. Doesn't make life easy, you know.
Sorry. It's my fault.
It's okay. We got to do right by him.
I think so. I think it's the right thing to do.
And how are you holding up? How with your father?
Not so good. It's hard to know whether I made the right decision by leaving him there. Maybe we should just go from place to place, collecting up little old men who need help.
I think we might need a bigger ship if we were to start that. Not sure there's much money in that these days.
I wasn't thinking about the money.
Well, I'm not all as much as you, Princess Ina.
No, not a princess. Are you... This thing that's speaking to you, is it speaking to you all the time? What's it like?
No, I mean, it's been a little while. I mean, before I had this and shows his arms, like, you know, I get these urges, these sensations of needing to go somewhere or do something. It's like a compulsion. I had to follow it. And then since I got this on my arm and next of us, not only do I get the compulsions, but I hear the voice as well with it.
But there's been nothing recently. In the last...
Surprisingly quiet with all this Calypso talk. But
Calypso seems to know who it is, what it is. But they said that you were almost... Was it rebooting, Dan? Was that the word? No.
Calibrating was the word.
Calibrating. Like it's getting used to you.
Yeah, I've heard that word before, but I don't really understand it. Look, but you know, there's a couple of times now where Faravold, you know, Faravold, you need to go and check on Faravold. Check his chest, see if he's got one of these.
Now?
It's as good a time as any. We might know if we deal with the same thing or not.
Oh, okay. I I thought we were having a nice. That's fine. I'll go. And I'll wander off.
Awkward.
You go into Tharivold's quarters.
Yeah. What's he doing?
The door's closed.
I'll knock.
There's no answer.
I'll very gently open it and peek in. Tharivold?
Tharivold is sat with his legs crossed on the floor, hands out, palm up on his knees. Looks meditative, almost. He's just kind of nodding to himself, though.
Hello?
Ina.
Hello? Tharivold?
It's cold.
Oh, I will go and I could get you something warmer.
Thank you.
I go. I fetch him something warmer, whether it's like a blanket or.
Yeah, it seems as though between Latch and Talon, they were looking after the less specialist items and lots of supplies. Each of you can roll a d6. And you can add that many rations to your inventories, because you're going to be out in wild space for a long time, it sounds like.
As in, I add 3 and Corinne adds 4.
Yes.
Okay.
And there is, there's other various supplies, grappling hook, rope, blankets, cold weather clothing, enough for everybody on the ship. So you could add, what do they call them? Do they call them adventurers packs? Bear with me 1 second.
There's also, I mean, I know we don't have Ina on D&D Beyond, but there's the party inventory. I don't know if we want to use that.
You could use that if you want to.
Use the party inventory as like the Wetbox inventory, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, it's got 1,000 gold in it. Does someone put that in? Yeah, cool, yeah.
I'm happy to manage that if... Does anybody else want to do it? I can do it.
I think we can all manage it, seemingly.
Yeah, I think it's just
yeah.
like if we need to dump some stuff in there, we can just transfer it over, right? Let me try it with like rations or something.
Oh yeah, here you go. She's gonna get 4 packs, and you can choose which one you want. Number 1 would be an explorer's pack. Don't Google it. We'll just decide. You decide for the name if you want. Explorer's pack, burglar's pack, scholar's pack, and dungeoneer's pack. Oh no! Wait. Yeah, that's right. All of those.
Explorer,
Explorer, burglar, dungeoneer, scholar.
One of each?
Yeah, one of each, but you decide who's going to get.
No,
what.
I mean between us, one of each. Highbrow over the table, one of each.
Yeah, that works with me if we just stick all 4, one of each, in the party.
Do that. It might be easier for now, and then we can... It's kind of like if someone needs to grab it, you can get it from the Witter quick, can't you?
Is that okay, Dan?
if you want, yeah.
Unless we need 4 grappling hooks for something. 4 of the same seems weird.
I know she got those 4. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like one
So
of each
there's
was
4
contained in
packs.
the pack. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you go to Latch's cash that she was able to procure, as well as her 1,000 gold pieces, and yeah, you find a blanket, bedroll, and take it back to Tharivold. He sits there, gratefully clutches the warm blanket.
How are you feeling?
Better. There's less interference out here. I feel like something's missing, though.
Can you tell me what?
When you ask the question, his eyes glow purple. A connection. Hello. My echo.
Ina.
You chose not to deliver me to the Archseer.
Mm-hmm.
Grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have ambitions for House Ilfelrua?
No.
Strange.
Why?
Our history. Houses vie for superiority, for influence, to curry favour with the Pentarchy.
Pentarchy. But you know it's a triarchy now.
Records are incomplete.
How
I need connections.
How do I know that we can trust you?
Trust yourself.
Do I trust myself? Yes.
Then you should trust me.
You are something different.
No, I'm the same. You are an echo of me. How does one tell the difference?
Can I insight check this robot?
Yeah. What are you trying to discern?
Whether it believes what it's really saying. I'll go 10.
It feels very comfortable in your company. And it certainly knows a little bit about elven history, as far as you can tell. It speaks cryptically. You don't think it's being deliberately obtuse. But that's all you gain from a 10.
Ugh.
What questions do you have of Calypsico?
I guess I'd like to see proof of our connection.
Very well. What is it that you wish to know tonight?
Mm. How? No, I asked this. You didn't know the answer. Why?
Why what?
Why are we connected? Why am I an echo of you? Why is this happening now?
Are you willing, Kirsty, to give up tonight's skill enhancement through your astral elf ability to find out?
Yeah, yes?
Can you remind us what that ability is called?
Just for tonight, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah. It's called... It's just part of my astral trance.
Do you want to remind us what it is?
Whenever you can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in a trance, during which you remain conscious. Whenever you finish this trance, you gain proficiency in one skill of your choice and with one weapon or tool of your choice selected from the player's handbook. You mystically acquire these proficiencies by drawing them from a shared elven memory and the experiences of entities on the astral plane, and you retain them until you finish your next long rest.
When you ask why, Tharivold shakes his head and the purple light flickers from behind his eyes. Why? Are you okay?
Me?
Who are you talking to?
Tharivold, do you know that sometimes you speak with another voice?
Yes.
Does that voice speak to you?
Oh, yes.
It was speaking to me.
Calypsico. Calypsico, and he smiles. You got me through. You got me through the sundering. And all those years aboard Helios 7. He lives here, and he takes down his top of his shirt, and it falls across his shoulders. He's so slight, you can see his bones. And embedded in his chest, you can see a long purple crystal and psionic scarring that goes from his solar plexus right across his withered pectoral muscles and up to his collarbone. His skin is almost entirely purple. As he leans back, you can see some of the psionic scarring going up his throat. The people aboard the space station, they said it was spreading. The tiefling, she said that she had slowed it down. That if they hadn't have taken me into custody from the Triarchy, that this would have spread within a matter of months. They seemed to know what they were doing. They helped Calypsico and I share this body.
But it was painful what they did to you, right?
Yes.
Are you worried about what will happen now that we've taken you away from Helios 7?
No. Anything is better than being cooped up in a cell. For us elves are supposed to live free amongst the stars.
Yeah. How did this happen? And I'll indicate the crystal.
It called to me, an urge, in the last moments of a dying planet.
Where were you?
I was on Erindor.
But where?
Deep below the surface. I can't remember.
It helped you escape
Yes.
because you were its protection.
We helped each other. I'm tired.
Can I do anything for you?
No, but Calypsico says he'll see you soon. Later. He goes and like rubs his chest and pulls his cloak back on and lets out a cough. The cough is a hacking cough. I would like you to make a medicine check.
Oh no. I will guide myself. Please. Oh no, that's not good. Got a 10.
Cloth you gave him must have been a bit dusty.
Oh god.
The whole blanket.
You kill this old man, I swear to God.
Okay, folks. The Witterquick sails into wild space. Is there anything anyone else would like to accomplish before you are all allowed to take a long rest?
In the distance, Otua would hear 2 letters ringing out. CP. 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 And round the corner, Sam walks around the corner doing a little dance. CP. CP. Walking towards Otua. CP. We're near CP. Let's go. Let's go. We should go to CP. Listen, I know you've got that gambling problem. Problem? Should we say problem? Let's say debt. Well, it's a debt, isn't it? You owe Christopher that money for that card game. We don't have to go back to that bar, but we're near Selenos Prime. We maybe go there, recoup, restock, find out what we're doing, work out a plan to get to Openreach.
Go to it. I want a history check at advantage.
An 8.
Are you in debt on Selenos Prime? Oh, you do remember that it's pronounced Kelenosh Prime.
Yeah, but,
What's the... You're not wrong. It's close. We could regroup there, but what's the plan then to then have to fly through all of the astral ascendancy space and then all of the consec space?
Listen, I don't know about the others, but there's more people like me and you on that planet when we get there. We don't have to go to all the usual bars that we go to. Maybe we could go to a better bar, but firstly, I don't think anyone's going to look for us there. Secondly, what's your plan? Keep flying through astral space?
I mean, my thoughts was to try and traverse the borders and stay under the radar as much as possible, but maybe just lying low for some time isn't a bad idea.
I'm thinking from where we are now, we can either go to frontier space towards where Veil space is, or we can go towards the Scrapjacks. Which one would you prefer? Come on, buddy. Let's just go CP. We'll have a good time. It'll be fine. We can relax for a little bit. We've done a good thing. We just go and have a couple of drinks, chill out, come up with a plan.
How far have you done this pretty early doors, like after you've been speaking to Kryn and that, like pretty swift? So
He'd come back to you straight away, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd want to know where we're going.
Okay. Right. But I know I messed up on Elaroon, making you find me in that ship and that. So
What?
I'm gonna let you have that call.
No, dude, you didn't mess up. You just ended up in a weird spot. We got you out of there. It's fine. You shouldn't be thinking that you messed up.
But yeah, that's okay. Well, you're probably not wrong. It's probably a good idea to just lie low. You know, we could probably have a few days at least just to regroup.
I know a good place that we can go. It'll be safe.
So yeah, happy to do that.
Okay. You are going to take the roughly 2-day journey to Chilinosh Prime. Now, Gav, I made the planet, but I will say the place you described, the kind of Mos Eisley type of place.
Yeah.
I already have a location like that.
Okay.
And so it may be a little bit different to what you remember. Everything you say that you said, gambling, laying low, having, and the fact that you've been there a few times, totally fine. But there may be some unexpected. It may not be just exactly how you imagine it.
Not the perfect outlaw's paradise that I'm imagining.
No, that would be too convenient, wouldn't it?
Yeah, fair enough.
But if that is where you all want, I gave Craig the history check, but he failed. So you're like, oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, I imagined that Zam and O2 don't come here that often because it's close to Scrapjacks, but maybe my background thing, I've got a criminal contact, so maybe I know I'm friendly with someone on the planet or something.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's going to take a couple of days to get there anyway.
Yeah, cool.
So, is it time to rest? Yeah, okay, then you can all take a long rest. Give me a second. Okay. Craig, can you decide which square that you are taking the Witquick to?
Just most direct.
Okay. You are crossing the boundary this day from the old colony space, still in ascendancy space, but the presence weakens outside the red line. Most of you come to a short rest, a peaceful rest, rather. Craig, the spell jamming is more difficult with Tharivold on board. But the resonance that you're getting from him seems to be a little bit more regular, as if he's calmed down from the initial prison break, and his psionic signals seem a little bit less chaotic. Still there, still a distraction, but less intrusive. In the quiet of your mind, you are transported back to that planet with the tall, pearlescent buildings. The image indelibly anchored into your mind. This strange lattice cascading above the skyline like a magical aurora. Waterfalls, marbled stone statues, even a unicorn lapping up crystalline water by a brook. Pure paradise. About 20 yards in front of you, there is a young blonde child with pointed ears. Sat on the riverside, skipping stones. The stones look like little orange gems, and as he flings them, they zap magically across the water, ending in a burst of orange light. When he holds out his hand, the orange light recoalesces into his hand, and he skips it again.
Oh, I got back here again. Hello? Hello, child?
Turns round. Come on.
Where are we?
This is where he said we could play.
Who said that?
The old man. Is he your grandpa?
Who? Tharivold?
Yeah. You don't look like an elf.
No, not me, child. Where are we? Are we off to go play with him? Is that where we're going?
No. It's time for me and you now.
And who are you?
I'm your friend, silly. And he throws you an orange gem.
Yeah, catch it. Do I have the orange gem already in my arm?
No.
And what's your name, friend?
I don't know. I'm new here.
Me too.
He said that you'd feel out of place. And that perhaps you might want to hang out with me.
Yeah, if that's what Farvold told you.
You know, this place is like real special, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Like, basically, only elves get to come here.
Wow, I must be pretty privileged to have made it, not being an elf.
Yeah, or I don't know. Maybe they're just dropping their standards.
What is this you've been playing with?
It's just a stone.
Do you have many orange stones around here?
No, that one's mine. I gave it to you.
Thank you.
Do you know, sometimes special stones like that, they can keep things. Like, come on, let me show you. And he grabs you by the hand and he runs with you to the edge of a forest.
Okay.
Do you go willingly?
Yeah.
He takes you and you look up at these like really tall trees just at the edge of the forest. And like a little scamp, this elven child with blonde hair, he mustn't be, in elven years, he might be 19 or 20, but to a human, it would look like a 11 or 12-year-old. Maybe 10. And he climbs up this tree pretty enthusiastically. Come on, you can do it.
Climb up. Well, be careful up there. I have to get up there. I don't think I can do that.
Sure you can. And as he waves you upwards, your feet leave the ground.
Have you put a spell on me?
No, silly. Plenty of elves can do that. It's only magic.
Just where are we going? What are you showing me?
He the branch down next to him, pretty sturdy, long-reaching branch. Come on.
If I can like reach for it and sit myself down.
As you sit yourself down, he's looking around. And he points to a branch just above you. And you can see a delicate fledgling beehive. It's glistening with honey. Looks pretty tasty, huh?
It does, but you know, there's a whole swarm of bees there.
Oh yeah. But the bees all work together towards like a common goal, right? They're all on the same team.
Yeah, but if you try and take their honey, they'll defend it.
Oh, I know. We're not going to take it. We just want to be like the bees. And he stands up and hugs the side of a tree. And he reaches out. He doesn't reach quite as far as the beehive, but on the underside of the branch, you can see some crystallized honey. And he breaks a bit off. Look. And he throws you this golden honey crystal.
Okay, good catch it.
I want you to give me a nature check.
$20.
20. Good.
Dirty 20.
Mm-hmm. A 20. You hold up the crystallized honey, and you can see there is a bee inside. And as you look at it, he says, sometimes crystals contain special things. As you, with a nature check, you know that he's not just saying, you know, sometimes bees fall in honey and get trapped and die. You begin to realize that the crystal that you hold, that he's just plucked from the tree, contains all of the memories of that bee. Everything that bee was, everything it knew is in that crystal. And that bee was one of a hive, collective consciousness.
Is there any way to unlock it, to save it, to work with it?
Sure. Through magic. And he holds his hand out.
Pass it back.
And he crushes the crystallized honey in his hand. And as he opens it up, you can see the shards of honey in his hand and the corpse of a bee, long dead, no longer encased in the honey. This young child then says the verbal and somatic components of the animate dead spell. And the bee flutters its wings and returns to the hive nearby. You just got to know how to get to it.
Is there a way to learn?
Oh, I'm still learning. I'm like brand new. How long have we known each other? A few days?
I thought we just met.
Haha. Kinda. The old man will know. He's my new friend.
You do mean Faravol, don't you?
Is that his name? Ew. That's an old person's name. Tharivold. What's my name?
I don't know. You did you tell me?
I just see lots of numbers.
My name is just lots of numbers, really.
No way. We both have the same name.
You tell me your numbers, and I can tell you mine.
How do I know you're not going to trick me?
I can tell you my numbers first.
I don't know. Numbers seem hard. Like school. And he looks over towards all of these mighty pearlescent buildings. Let's stay outside. And he clambers onto the tree and climbs down.
Can I see any more of the crystallized honey?
You're still stood on the branch. There is a beehive, and yes, just some bits of dried honey around it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll just grab a bit before head for the trunk and try to go down.
Oh yeah. This child has just already run ahead of you, so we just need an acrobatics check to get down.
$19.
Oh, like you're an elf after all. Clamber down, light-footed.
Wait up, child!
He's run off. You can see him running into the city. Come on, let's go!
Following her. I swear he said he wanted to stay away from there.
And you wake up bewildered. Another person will dream in a slightly different way in this long rest, which is Ina. Ina, you stand on a balcony. Same balcony you used to stand at when you were a child, overlooking this beautiful glade. Tall trees, a waterfall. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
With a 20. You look across this beautiful, there's a rainbow just over the forest, and you can see this beautiful mountain range and the peaks. The sky is so clear. It's like a peach orange sunset you can see. And the mountain range just on the horizon is just this really beautiful smattering of white and cobalt peaks as this rainbow glistens. And you can see this faint green and yellow haze amongst the orange, this strange auroral lattice that you think nothing unusual of at all. As you press your hands down on this stone balcony, you look down. Just on the edge of the city, you can see the waterfall coalesce down into a brook. You can see a little child in the distance skipping a bright orange stone. You hear a voice from behind you. Why?
Spin round.
You see a blonde-haired, older elf. Handsome, protruding chin and nose. In a monk-like garb. Plain clothes.
Uh-huh.
You asked why.
I did.
Why? What?
Why now? Why am I linked with you? Is it you?
I wasn't sure at first. But when you came aboard the space station, I felt an immediate resonance, an echo. But this kind of familiarity doesn't happen by accident. Well, not often. And he turns and looks at a man lying in a bed, being tended to by a nun. The man struggles and tosses and turns in his sleep as the nun rinses a bedcloth and dabs it on top of his head. I'm sure that's what gave him the idea.
What?
The echo. It wouldn't have been obvious. Even the most well-studied scholar wouldn't have had the means to foresee what would have happened.
You need to be clearer.
You're right. I'm sorry. Your father's plight has made me cautious for revealing a connection too briskly or without enough preparation could cause a psychic break. If the mind isn't ready, then there can be untold damage.
I still don't understand.
You let the seer see everything that you saw.
I didn't know it was going to happen.
No. But that's one thing you should know about elves. is that we are all connected. Every time you fall into this trance, you draw upon our collective elven memory in order to gain the skills and knowledge that you seek. The elves of a race of people that generation after generation see that their children can benefit from all the advances that they have made. That's why they created the Nemocrux network.
Why have I never heard of that before?
Well, it was an experiment. Imagine if all of your accumulated knowledge were confined to the pages of parchment and scrolls. Elves live long enough to know that fire, drought, war, and famine could set the astral people back generations. There is no greater sin than lost knowledge. So why contain it on the pages of a scroll or within a book at all? Deep beneath the surface of each elven planet lies a Nemocrux, crystalline lattice containing all of our accumulated knowledge, each crystal attuned to another, echoing through space, sending signals of knowledge and prosperity across the Commonwealth, sharing the accumulated wisdom of Erendor with the people of Brondak, Chelenosh Prime, Elaroon, Mirakar, and even Noctis. I am a child of that network.
Does that mean that you are a Nemocrux?
A Nemocrux is the crystalline lattice. It seems as though at some point, for some reason, the Nemocrux saw fit to create consciousness. Those consciousness are called Nexivae.
So you're that? Calypsico is an Nexivae? Nexivus?
A Nexivus, many Nexivae. I am one, Calypsico.
And the one in my friend is also one?
They are new. Consciousness created by the Nemocrux network seems to have come at great cost.
those people dead. All those homes, all those lives lost.
Some would say that their lives will go on in us forever. For we're an accumulation of everything they ever knew, destined to live on immortally.
So
Let us get to you.
yep.
You are an echo, a figment of my psionic power. Powerful in your own right, able to mirror my abilities in a small way. But you were created by design, like I was. An attempt to replicate the Nemocrux network. Dornavar saw it was possible 20 years ago. When Quasar encountered the Nemocrux crystal of me imprinted onto him. It's so dangerous there now. It aged him. He wasn't ready. I told you, the mind needs preparation. Study. Tell me, what was Dornavar's title? My memory. It's scrambled.
Is he the Cantor of Echoes? Is that right?
Yes. He was designated to see if he could recreate me. He saw that it was possible, saw that a fragment, an echo, an imprint could transfer onto another person. Without my vessel, he had no other choice. And he took his time with you.
He did something to me?
Yes. My memory rebounding through Quasar, through you. I don't know everything. But your dragonborn friend might be able to fill in a gap.
Corinne.
We won't meet again for a while.
Wait, why?
Fold is weak. He needs me.
But he's okay. He'll be alright. I can help him.
So, next time you come here in your trance, your father will grant you the knowledge you seek. He turns towards the sickly man on the bed. Bye, Ina.
Bye.
You blink out of your trance.
Ooh. I go and check on Baravold. Just very gently open his door to make sure that he's sleeping soundly.
Make a perception check.
Cast guidance. Uh-oh.
You gently open the door and he seems okay. He's lying very still.
Okay. Is his chest moving? I can't see with a 9, can I?
No. You can't see.
I don't want to wake him, so if he seems okay, I'll leave him.
Well, we will end the session at the beginning of the next morning as the Witterquick closes in on Chalanosh Prime. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week.